Hello, everybody. Hello. How's everyone doing? Hello, I'm Tim, and welcome to my stream. Hope everyone is doing well, and that things are good, things are great, and if they're not good and they're not great, then I hope they get better soon. Took yesterday off, needed it. Yeah, yesterday didn't feel like streaming too much. This week has been a little weird, basically, but it's all good. Hope you're all doing well. Hello, welcome. Yeah, let's see how everyone's doing. So yeah, we're gonna play Wildermyth today, which I played last week and I loved. They got a new patch out. So they've added some new skins, they've added some new tweaks, they've added a new... What did they add? Let's actually check the patch notes. Can I check the patch notes on here? I should be able to check the patch notes on here, somewhere. That's the About, the Wiki, the Discord, the Reddit. Here we go, here's the patch notes. So, they've now fixed an entanglement crash. Oh, Years of Peace no longer are based on performance. So that changes everything, how I've been playing anyway. You get 50% more experience when you retire. You get new theme skins. They added a disconnect button for multiplayer. So if you have multiplayer and you want to play with me, let me know. So the Legacy campaign, which we're going to start after this, acts more like normal campaigns. You can recruit players from towns. Characters have children, but Legacy heroes are no longer granted between chapters. Interesting. Farmers now get improved defense when you build defenses. Swift actions now have a new icon. Menus have been made more accessible. Legacy points can now be used to promote heroes. Very good. That's multiplayer stuff. You can pay legacy points to re-roll ability upgrades. Ooh, that's nice. Towns can contain up to 10 legacy heroes. Broad swipes plus now does +2 instead of ×2. That's good. Ignite can be used once per turn. It's a spell effect. Difficulty reduced for Cavern Quarry. Fight changes. And fix loads of bugs. Okay. Hope you're all doing well. This week has been weird. I'm just going to say it straight. So, what's happened so far this week is... I had a really good anniversary at the weekend. It's my wife's first anniversary. Hey! Hey, how you doing? Miss you. Miss your face. I do miss your face. Thank you. We had our first anniversary the weekend just gone, and tomorrow is the it will mark 1 year since I was terminated from my job and then forced to go into a year of doing immigration. So this week has been a lot. There's been a lot. Tomorrow's going to be a lot as well, but we'll see. Yeah, tomorrow's just going to be a lot in general. But that's fine. So yeah, wedding anniversary, followed by this tomorrow. So I'm going to have a nice, quiet day today, and I'll bring tomorrow what happens. I do find it quite amusing, though, that it was... Yeah, it's been rough. I will say, like, tomorrow I'm... Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize I could do that. It will be interesting. Tomorrow I've got, like, something written down about immigration in general. What it's been like for the last year. In short, it's rough, it's stupid, it doesn't actually make sense. It costs a fuck ton to even, get anything going. And it is prohibitively expensive to do it legally. And hence, the illegal options look a lot better, but will still cause more problems. While doing it legally causes a lot of problems. For example, I've not been able to work for a year, or earn any kind of money for a year, because that's one of the stipulations of the immigration. So that's just stupid. But anyway, I'm going to stop playing Wildermyth for a bit, and then I'll keep chatting because I can. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow anyway. But I also know that, I'm white. I'm a white male Christian, so immigration hasn't been as bad as it could have been on me. But it still just is a pain. Right. Where am I in this chapter? I'm in the last chapter of this world, I hope. So I just need to... I need to go over here at some point. So yeah, let's just patrol there and see if that works. Yeah, that is tomorrow. It'll be sorted. So we've basically finished the immigration stuff now anyway for a bit. I'm allowed to now work again. I'm allowed to apply for work. I've got my driver's license all sorted, and all that. It's just now lots of faffs as well. For example, if I move, or if me and Shelby move, we have to both sign paperwork to say that we've moved. Because, and we have to pay for that, I think, as well, which is just ridiculously stupid. Okay, let's add a tier 2 defense there. But, yeah, it'll be good. How are you doing, though? It feels like it's been a fucking long time since we've had a chat. Where can I do defences? Oh! Kidney stones do not sound good, and yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Yeah, I keep I think we're all in the same boat, in the sense that it feels like it's only been a year, but it's actually been closer to nearly 2 years of lockdown, nearly. Well, year and a half. But that sucks. I have never had kidney stones, but that sucks. And I'm sorry that you've had to go through that, because Jesus, that just... I'm going to keep saying it sucks, it just sounds like it sucks completely. Okay, answers to austerity. There's lots of... Oh. There's a tree. Ah, fuck, yeah, that's... I can empathise. I was stupidly sick, nearly 10 years ago. 10, 11 years ago now. No, 9, 10, yeah, whatever. Nearly 10 years ago. And I was, had to be signed off everything and couldn't work at all. Or even, if I went to go get a shower that day, that's all I could do. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't want to risk going outside. I wouldn't want to risk going outside and going to see doctors at the moment, because people are idiots. Yeah, it's... It turned out with me, I had glandular fever, which doesn't sound too bad in the US, but there's a different version in the UK. And basically, I was out. If I showered, that's what I did all day, and was just really bad. I lost so much weight, which was not good. I went down to 110 pounds, I think, which was just not good at all. But I mean, I've gained the weight back, thankfully, and I've weirdly. Oh, you found the weight. Oh. I mean, I can take it back. I'm happy to take it back. All I do right now is I live at home. I drive Shelby to work, and I stay in the house all day. I will gladly take it back. Yeah, literally all I do is stay here all day. I do try to go out places, but why do I want to go out places? Because no one in Missouri cares that there is a pandemic happening. I hope so too. I hope things get a lot better. I don't want to say I hope the next year is better, because if this last year and the year before has anything to go by, I just think the 20s are just a decade of misery. We've had 2 years of it so far, nearly, and it's just been crap. So, I want the roaring 20s to kick in 2024. Some 3 really crap years. And then we just go into speakeasies and underground nightclubs and stuff. One we can all actually go out and celebrate and, not have to not have to wear, well, actually I still think we should be wearing masks anyway. But you know what I mean. I mean, I stopped drinking in the last year. I stopped drinking just after I've been sober for nearly a year. I think I gave up. Yeah, I've been sober for nearly a year because I kind of stopped drinking when I got terminated, because I didn't like the idea of staying home alone all the time. I didn't like the idea of staying home all the time and this being alone and then drinking, because that's what I could do. So I just stopped drinking. But I'm good with that. I'm good with not drinking at the moment. Shelby doesn't feel good enough to have alcohol at the moment either, that's different things, but I can't say too much publicly anyway, although people could probably guess. I think I remember when I was that bad, if the best I got is if even the food that I liked was just a struggle to even eat, because it just made me feel worse. But let's put you there. Who's this person? Oh, it's a street person. Let's put you there. Oh, Sentinel, and you can do Guardian as well. You can go there. Let's put an ambush there, why not? Let's interfuse with that. Let's enter. I will say that over the last year, I have watched an ungodly amount of TV. I will say that. And it's not even good TV, it's been crap TV. I watched the entirety of Parenthood, the OC. I like good TV, but it's just the crap TV's been nice, and it's just relaxing, and I can just watch an entire season. I haven't done what I did when I was really bad. I haven't done it yet, but I used to watch an entire season of Grey's Anatomy in one day. And yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Like, it doesn't ask anything of you to watch crap TV. But it is just so good sometimes. So good. Although, having said that, you know, I'm looking forward to some things. I think I'm trying to find things that me and Shelby can watch together, because we... Yeah, I got to the point early this year. Yeah, I got to the point earlier this year, earlier last year, some point in the last period of time. I got to the point where I started really missing the UK, and I managed to get a BritBox subscription. Oh, a little loud. Okay, I can turn that down. There you go. Problem with this game, it's got a really good feature where it minimises the volume of the... When you click off it, it minimises the volume when you're not on it, which is just... I can sort that out. But the yeah, I found a BritBox subscription, so I started watching a lot of old British TV just because I missed it. So I've just been binge watching Midsummer Murders, which is just the best, most awful, like, it's not even horror, it's really just like daytime murder stuff. And it's not even that good, it's really bad. But it's just nice. I mean, I will say, it's one of those shows that have been around the UK so long, you can see like really popular actors getting their start in the show. So, the actress who plays Sylvie in the Loki series, she's in that, in a recent series, actually. I believe she plays... I don't think she's the murderer. I'm not sure. It's the UK. It wouldn't surprise me if she just can't turn into be the murderer or something. Let's run this guy forward. Oh, so this is Wildermyth, by the way, which is just a really nice... I'm going to try and work this out, hang on. Right, let's actually just turn the internal audio down. How about that? That's better. There we go. Yeah, the problem with... I like this game. The problem it does have is if you click off it, the volume goes down, and it does have weird volume settings. But if it works, it works. You're actually... that's one thing I can guarantee every time you're on a stream with me, Alexis, is that you at least point out and tell me if something's too loud or too quiet. No one else does that. But no, Wildermyth's really nice. It's a really easy to do game, but it's just... Oh, what I want here, actually. Yeah, let's upgrade Sentinel. It's a really good game. It's really relaxing. It's basically, you have 3 main classes. You have a fighter, a ranger, or hunter. like yeah, it's like I can just like look at my own stream in the corner, but I can't really hear it sometimes. And when I put the volume up, it drowns out everyone else. So it's a really nice, relaxing like game. You start with 3 archetypes, and then as you level up, you can actually decide what perks you get from a random draw, and then you can customize your characters. And then they age up, they retire, they have kids, and all this stuff. And hang on, I'll just try and show you a little bit. So your characters change over time. You get new abilities as they level up. You can get different items. So, for example, I've actually got a wand that I got infused with a woodland spirit, so it's now a wood wand. You can, all the armor and talismans and attire you get, you find. The fun bit I like is that you can, as you notice, he's got a weird arm, and that's because he they retire as well, but when they retire, they become legacy characters. So then you can use them in later legacy campaigns. You also they have lots of random events and stuff that happen. So in one of the random events with this character called Lev, who's 52 now. Well, he's 52. Jesus. Anyway, he got blessed by a woodland spirit. So now at the end of every chapter, there's a chance that his blessing can develop. So at the moment he's now got a sylvan arm. The next time he'll get another sylvan leg, or another sylvan leg, or another sylvan arm, which means he loses some abilities, like he can't hold things in that hand anymore, but he now gets, ability to fire something, a creature. Witherbolt, that's it. But yeah, they level up, they retire, they have entire history, they form relationships, depending who's in your party, and that's basically turns into either a friendship, a rivalry, or a romance. And those have different bonds. So if you've got a friendship bond, when you've got this person in your venturing party, they give you additional to your blocking, so you're more likely to reduce damage. If you have a rivalry, you're let's lock that relationship. Yes. When you do rivalries, you get a stunt bonus, which basically just means if your rival does a critical hit, which is what stunt bonuses are, your chance to do a stunt bonus increases depending on your relationship. So if Riverfin Grimglass is next to Lev and she crits, he's going to crit now, guaranteed on the next turn. And your sweetheart, romance, passion one, you get a +3 damage against enemies who've attacked your partner. But you can have kids. Let's go to a character who's been... Here's a character who's going to retire at the end of this chapter. He's 55. His history is decided by... I didn't realise this bit now. This has been new, sorry. They now got a history. So you got the story of your character, all the adventures they've been on. He got married. And in his legacy, it tells you how many characters he's killed and stuff. The various hooks he's got are based on his background, so he's an aloof poet, which you can customize. You can customize their appearance and what they're wielding. You can even customize who they're attracted to and all that. He gives you the retirement age, so he's going to retire at 59. He got blessed by a... What did he get blessed by? Let me just double check that. He got blessed by... Oh, these are all his aspects. He got blessed by the foothill, by the hill tattoo. He got blessed by a rock giant. So now he's slowly turning into a rock giant himself. But yeah, as you level up, you get different ranks, which give you more passives. He got married and all this. And what happens is, when he retires, he'll become a legacy character. So when you become a legacy character, you can use these characters in legacy campaigns, you can bring them back in, you can level them up, and keep their stories going. So if they survive, they survive. And then you can use them again later on. I don't think I've had it happen in this campaign yet, but when you're... okay. Yeah, no worries about that. I'll just turn this up slightly. There we go. That's fine, don't worry about it. It happens. So the thing I really like about this... Oh no, I dropped my drink. It's good. We didn't spill. Really, the good thing I really like about this is it has your character. If your character is reduced to 0, they don't just die straight away. You get given options. So if it's the first time that they die, they have an option to retreat but get a wound. So the wound can be they lose a hand, they lose a leg, they lose an eye. And that has an impact on, if you lose a leg, you're going to be slow to move. If you lose a hand, you won't be able to wield two-handed weapons. If you lose an eye, your perception ability to hit is reduced. But they stay. They stay as you go on into all the legacy campaigns as well. And you also find magic items. You find legacy items. I believe Hearn. It's honestly, and there's two things I like about it. One, it's really character driven. The mechanics are really easy to follow. The art style is simple but really good, and the combat stuff is also really simple but really effective and really easy to grasp. But also, they give you the toolkit within the game to write your own campaigns and write your own stories. So let's just secure this area. So the thing like this, it says in the top, it says what title it is and who wrote it. Let's do to find an item because I like finding items. Basically, you can write your own campaign and have all the different. Oh, I've got some more wood. Oh, so you find you can do events. So some of the events you do find talismans and items and weaponry. Let's give it to you because you might need it. It's just a really lovely all-round game, and you can write your own stories, write your own events, so you can have an entire campaign in this game based on your story, and you can share that with other people. I believe there's a cut, and you can mod it quite a lot as well, but I believe some... Oh yeah, another thing. Sorry, there's lots of things happening at once, but it's all good. So you have 2 tracks that you're following in this game. You have calamities and... So you have as you see up here, it says you got legacy points. Legacy points can be used for anything, so they can be used to... when you're crafting stuff, you can use legacy points to replace a missing crafting material. You can use it to recruit characters and to level them up. You can now use legacy points to re-roll abilities to get better things. Or you can do what I've been doing, and you can use them to cancel out these calamities. So if you've played Clank, it's a kind of similar system where as you get these calamities and as you do more fights, the enemies get more cards added to their deck that they can draw from. So at the start, it's basically you get another creature added to that monster deck, so you're more likely to encounter more creatures of different types. But at this point in the campaign and a bit earlier, you can start having creatures like, for example, the Friskill, which is I believe that's the Eldritch Abomination group. I can double check that. Yeah, that just, you can now get, the creatures you've already encountered now get bonuses. So this one is now they get additional armor, which sucks, because means they're harder to hit. Or this one you get an additional creature added. You also have an incursion, which just means you get a load of troops going around that will destroy all your things. Let's have a look at calamities. So, effectively, you have 5 creature types in the game. You have the Deepists, who are basically your subterranean... Hi, Matthew Foreman, how you doing? Welcome to Wildermyth again. So, our calamities, we have 5 creatures. We have the Deepists, who are not in this campaign, who are basically like your... hey, summoning works, and... I mean, I wish I could do some summoning sometime. I know I'm summoning my... It sounds weird, and I can't say a lot right now. All I know is, I know at some point in the future, I'm going to be summoning my parents. to the US, but that's on a different topic anyway. So yeah, you have 5 creatures. You have your Deepists, who are kind of like your underground culty kind of group. You have your Drowven, who are more of your koboldy types of creatures. Yeah, I can keep. I love this game so much, and I think I've at least got 5 people to buy this game based on me just extolling how good it is. You got the Drowven, who are more of your like koboldy type creatures. You got your Gorgons, who are more like your woodland creatures that have been infected by things. So you get, a corrupted raccoon, or a corrupted warthog, a corrupted deer. Your Mophagai, who are like your they're basically like combination of like Lovecraft machines, weirdly, and they are an absolute bitch to try and fight when they get leveled up, because they have a feature where if they're adjacent to another Mophagai, they get a cog bonus because they're all machines, and they basically just start having they become harder to hit and they do more damage. So when you've got, like, say, the one that spawns everybody, you're just fucked, basically. And then you have your Phrixil, which are basically your Eldritch Abominations. Run of the mill, all good. And then it breaks down into what bonuses they get and stuff, which is nice. Where was I on this map? Oh yeah, they're going over here. So I built that. Where do I want to go with these? Let's send you lot up here, because I need to scout it out anyway. So how are you doing, Matthew? Oh, what am I doing? Why am I paused now? What's happened? Why am I paused? Okay. Oh, so the scouting finished. Okay. Good. Let's do outfitters, because we always need more materials. We've got outfitters, yay! And let's just do defense, because I think they're going to spawn. They're going to spawn from up here soon, aren't they? Yes, they are. Shit. At some point in the near future, when pandemic is not causing a lot of problems, I need to do a trip up to see you guys, which I can do now. I can drive now. As of a week ago, I can now drive, which seems stupid. But that's only because I've had to wait for immigration to actually send me paperwork that says I'm allowed to drive and do things. Although technically, I will say this: US immigration utterly fucked up on. So I have a permanent residency visa card now, which is a nice green card. It's the actual green card. I didn't expect to actually get an actual green card. They printed the wrong dates on it, which we didn't send them the wrong dates. They just printed the wrong dates, which, on a technicality, means it's invalid. But until we send them a letter saying it needs to be sorted, it's still valid. We can't sort it until you have a passport, which I had to get renewed, but I had to wait until the immigration. Immigration, the bane of my life for the last year. Okay, let's. I will say it's done. I did laugh. For example, the reason I decided to do a medical form, and it was ridiculous. So at one point during the medical, they realised I didn't have a vaccination because I needed a booster, which you have to get every 10 to 12 years, and I hadn't got one because the last time I got one was when I was in the UK, and I forgot about it. So I basically said, "Oh, do I need to get it done?" They went, "Well, have you had your COVID vaccination?" And I was like, "I've had my first one." They went, "Well, you can't really get this vaccine until you've had your second COVID vaccine, and you have to wait like 14 days later and all this stuff." So we did. The problem was the 14 days later would have made it the morning of my actual face-to-face interview. And we're like, well, we can't get it done. So on the official medical document we got done, we basically just added the doctor added the entire note, the civil surgeon added the note saying he is scheduled to get his vaccine on this date. He cannot get his vaccine any earlier as per CDC guidelines. And then as soon as we sent it off, they sent and they did all the interviews and all this. So they said, well, no, the guidelines changed, so he's fine. The guidelines changed the morning of my interview. So when we got everything done, it was valid. But because the guidelines changed, so everything else changed. Which then took longer, and then they got the mistakes wrong, and they didn't tick a box on another medical form, which caused more delays and problems, but it's done for now. Oh, it's a hungry growl. Oh, wait, what? What the fuck is that? The Great One, the flames crackling from its back seem to whisper beguiling words. An awful hunger lights its bottomless... Wow, it's an actual eldritch abomination! Nice! That's what you want in the morning. You want a nice and pretty eldritch abomination! Let's attack that, please. Just please attack that. You're back! We're about to fight an eldritch abomination called the Great One! Which I think in a previous game that I've done of this, I think I got a TPK to this creature! Yay! Let's send my... So, they don't have conventional wizards. Yes, they do. It's the Eldritch Abomination is called the Great One. Let's see if they got a picture of it. They don't have a picture in it. Basically, it's a four-legged creature with flames on its back. It's nice. So yeah, you don't have conventional... Like, the classes, like, you got your basic fighters, you got your rangers, and then you got your mystics. And your mystics basically work... Their magic comes from interfusing with the world around you. So, for example, here's the map. If we just move this character up here, because he can. If I click interfuse, it basically, I mingle my energies with something around. So, let's say I interfuse with a campfire. It basically means I can now do the action to steal fire and do a magical fire attack at a creature nearby. If I interfused with the wall, I can do a discus attack, which does damage based on range and all this stuff. But also, so basically, you're actually interacting with the world around you, not just, coming out of nowhere to create things and whatever. Oh, I forgot, the Eldritch ones can interfuse as well. Oh, there we go! Hello, Eldritch Abomination! Oh, you're breathing fire on me! Lovely! And just... Oh... Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's just what I wanted today. Yay! You know what? 2 for 1. That's what you want. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You got fire. Wait, are you the fireproof one? Is this character that hang on, I got a character that's fireproof. I just can't remember which ones. Yeah, have a lovely scon and fight an eldritch abomination that breathes fire on us, and it can do fire damage. It crushes scenery around you, and it also shreds armor from you. Okay, let's send my warrior up there to hit you. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. They don't make the Eldritch Abominations like they used to. No, 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 no. Again, that's thoroughly underwhelming, but yeah, there you go. Okay, we have armor, which you've got better armor, you've got better armor, you've got the same armor. Let's salvage it and get some equipment. Oh, we have a warm scarf. Who needs... I know who needs a warm scarf. Lev needs a warm scarf. But yeah, so all these stories are all random, and you can actually write your own story. And all the stories are listed in the wiki. And I'm near the end of this campaign, so I'll try and find the tools when I get to it. But you can write your own, you can send it out to other people. Oh, yay, you've leveled up. Add that to the deck, yay. And let's just secure that. And I want to find an item because I like finding items. Yeah, no, so it's like, and also like the map you've got here. What have we found? Oh, Strap of Divinity. Let's give this to you. Why not? So, as you see, the world's a small circle. But like at the end, so the way it works is you have 3 chapters. Chapter 1 is just you have 3 party members, you recruit a 4th one, you do a couple of things, and then gotta have a nice strap of divinity. You have you finish your chapter, and then you have Years of Peace, which they've changed how it functions with the latest patch, but so I haven't seen what it does yet. But basically, the Years of Peace, things happen, so your characters can get married, they age up, they do some stuff, they find equipment, their blessings develop, so they get like rock arms, or they can fly, they grow wings and all that stuff. And then chapter 2 starts, and you have a lot more of the world to discover. And then end of chapter 2, you do the same again, and then at chapter 3 starts, you have the whole world. At least on a 3-chapter campaign, 5-1, you get a bit bigger. So there's a real sense of like you don't get more than you can handle at the start. You get it as you go along, and then eventually you end up having the whole world to explore. I'm about to get attacked by an incursion, which is coming from there. Balls. Gather everyone there. Yeah, that's fine. Just gather. Run. Let's just prepare a tier 3 defense there, because I don't want them there to be attacked, because they're 2 people they're going to get killed very quickly. There we go. So yeah, let's defend. So we've got an incursion. Oh, the Moffagai are basically... I'll show you them. Like, I think the best way to describe them, to me at least, is like they're kind of like... They're Gothic Modrons, basically. Oh, we get flanking, and we... Here you go. Gothic Modrons. That they're machines made from bones and metal. So you've got, you've got the guy that... You've got Batchby, who looks like a guy that skipped right arm day. Or he's just very good with his left hand. You've got the Weldlings, which are basically the Boom Boom dogs. The Sommeliers, who basically squirt acid at people. The Spetlicks, which are just god-awful, like, bony spider creatures. And then Watchmen, who are just annoying. At least there's no wardrobe. There's a creature from that group called, which is basically the it's a wardrobe that spawns more Mothra, which, speaking from experience, is a pain. Let's interfuse with the hill. And let's grasp Batch B. We blocked it, that's fine. Okay. You just come down here. And interfuse with the fence. And then withdraw. You can go up here. And the entire map is... like, you can interact with quite a lot of the map anyway. Which is really nice as well. Like everything in the map does something. Like if you're a mystic, you can interfuse with any of the objects. You can go through like these doors and gates can be opened. There's a gate down here somewhere. Yeah, there's a gate there. So like everything on the map has a purpose. As you level up as a mystic, you can unlock different features from all the items. So I can't show you them because I'm not selected as a mystic, but all items have a basic thing they can do, and then as you level up and choose what mystic perks you want to invest into, you can unlock different things. So oh, that's Drive Link. I forgot they had that. Bugger. Drive Link is the annoying thing. So here we go. So as a mystic, it shows if I interfuse in a stone wall, I get Discus. If I interfuse into a fence, I get Splinter Blast. But some items like the... Is there not one on this map? There isn't. Here we go. The chest. Because I've got the Greater Mythweaver interfusion, I can either interfuse with the object and get a passive bonus, which basically means I get to reflect some damage, or I can use it as an attack bonus to basically hobble creatures for a couple of turns, which is always nice. Let's interfuse with a rock wall, and then Discus, which he dodged. Of course he dodged. Of course he dodged. You're going to run this way. Go on, Ranger. Run. Run, Ranger. You're going to wait there. You're going to wait there. I don't like sending out the squishy people to do things because they will inevitably die. And it doesn't reflect well if you let the villagers die, sadly. Okay, I can do a big... Watch them all miss as I fire a volley of arrows. They actually all hit. Wow, that is a first. So the Mothra have a Drive Link ability, which basically means if they're next to each other, they get a bonus to dodging and defending. Oh, I can do that. There you go. So the Drive Link's just added because I moved him closer. So yeah, you get increased dodge and increased damage. So basically you get better flanking, and that's just a permanent bonus they get for being that creature. You just run over here. Stealthing in this game is called going grey, so he's going to a greyscape. Different items you can find, wands and staffs. Let's just Witherbolt him. You get wands and staffs. You get bows and crossbows, throwing knives. You can also get hammers, one-handed and two-handed, maces, one-handed and two-handed. You can also grab one-handed axes, two-handed axes, and basically any kind of axes and stuff you can find here. But you can find... I haven't found any in this session yet. But you can... what am I saying? Yeah, you can find spirits, which are normally like fire, water, leaf, and stone. If you find any of them around the map, you have to be very quick and get someone next to them. And then you have the option to either allow the spirit to bless you by giving you some legacy points, which you can use for other things, or do what I do and have them, like we've got with Lev here, who found a forest spirit, or leaf spirit, get them to bless your weapon. So it becomes... So if you've got a level 1 weapon, it becomes a level 1 forest wand, for example. Or a level 2 forest wand, depending on how powerful it is and all this stuff. But at the end of the... campaign... Like at the end of the campaign, when everyone levels up and all this stuff, you can actually any weapon you've unlocked, including all the artifact weapons, are permanently unlocked for the future campaigns. So if I wanted to, I could construct some of the more powerful weapons later on without having to find a spirit. But which just adds to the fact that, this is an ongoing story that you're developing, that you're creating, and has lots of legacy stuff to it. Is anyone going to level up? No one's going to level up. I really want to show the level up screen again, but no one's got there yet. We saved the town, and now the butlers have been permanently added to the deck. Yay. Let's scout with this party. Go there, prepare defences. Okay, do I want I'll allow the Drowven to stay, because that's nice. Do I want the raccoon to deal more damage? No. They're dangerous enough as already. Why would I want more of them doing stuff like that? Oh. Ah, okay. Okay, so I've unlocked another part of the story that I didn't know about. So sometimes you need to do more stuff to find more of the story, and I forgot I had to do that. But it's fine, it's all good, yay. Hypothetically, if I complete... I've only got 1, 2... 3 more fights before I finish this campaign, which I quite like the idea of, because it means I can deep dive into some of the creative stuff, which I haven't done yet, which I really want to at some point. But we'll see. Let's create defenses. Some parts of the map are impassable, and some things are impassable unless you spend time to build things. So this becomes down again to more action economy. So if you have more people doing exploring, you can have some people focused on building things. For example, I built a bridge there. I could build a bridge there if I wanted to as well, but I'm not going to, because I don't need that many bridges. Okay, so we found the outpost. Let's patrol the outpost to reduce the infection rate, which then reduces how long it takes for the next incursion to happen, and let's assault them with this party. They climb down the cliffside. This is definitely a cave, not a crevice. Oh, these are going to retire in this chapter, I assume. Let's use cunning. Okay, we have a flanking bonus. I don't see a wardrobe. I'm happy. Oh, there we go. There's the water spirit. Okay, who's got a normal weapon? You got a normal weapon. Okay, so you run to the door. Oh, you could use a water bow, actually. I can't run that way. Let's just have you run in and attack Batchby. Let's have you go there and interfuse with the knives and then barrage them all. And then have you just... Oh, where are you? You're there. Yeah, can you just run? Just run. Run, please. I want to catch the water spirit. Come here, tiny water spirit. I want you to bless my bow. I want to have a watery bow. I want to make lots of people wet. I just realised what I said. Sorry. There we go. Interfuse blaze. Hey, look, purple fire. No, don't run away. Don't run. No. No. There's going to be a door there, isn't there? Open the door. Okay, run. Yes, run. There we go. See what you can do? There we go. So you find a water spirit and you get 3 options depending on how many weapons you got. You can either get a you replace it with a tier 1 bow, or you place my tier 0 dagger with a tier 1 dagger, or get legacy points. I want the bow. And there we go. It's now a water effect bow. So, which basically means if I, which gives me some different, it gives me some like more damage, but with the water effects, it basically means if I, it gives me back the action point, which is what I want. Replace my Oaken Howl Green Sham tier bow. Yes. Let's call it... Let's actually see what the random effects are. Sure Weaver of Tealada. Roofall of the Rainy Dame. The Adderquill of Amber Cane. The Crimson Oak Weaver. Ghost Strike. Actually, I know I'm going to call it. The Moist Maker. And then the water spirit disappears. Literally, when the spirits appear, you only have like 4 turns to actually grab them. But when you do, you can do stuff like that. Hey, it now just means that for the Moist Maker. Now it just means for the rest of my every campaign from now on, there is a chance that someone can be equipped with the Moist Maker at the end of this chapter, or just a tier 1 bow that I can rename. So all the creatures are now going to be hidden up here. So let's run them there. Open the door. Run there. See, so at the moment, the only person I've got who hasn't got a magic weapon, I believe, he's got a magic weapon, I believe. She doesn't, but she's a Myth Weaver. But I think I already had a water staff. One of them has an artifact. I can't remember who's got the artifact. So he's got Moist Maker. Yeah, she's got the artifact weapon, the Hail Hammer. He's got the Stone Hammer. Not Stone Hammer, the Stone Greatsword, because he got blessed by Stone Spirit, which basically now shreds armor and pins enemies. You'll find he got the Leaf affected, so he gets 2 temporary hit points. It's the Cherry Whip of Guiding. And Moist Maker. Okay, so you open the door. Oh, hello, Sommelier and Butler. Let's have you go there and shoot the Moist Maker. Shoot it again. There we go. Let's have you go there to get a flanking bonus with your wood leg. because you were blessed by the trees. Let's interfuse with the lamp, which means I can steal fire. There we go, nice purple fire. We all like purple fire. Purple fire is what you need. Let's have a wood pile, and let's blow up the wood pile. The sad thing about interfusing things, though, I will say, we all love a purple fire. The sad thing I find about interfusing, though, is it does destroy the object, which effectively in longer drawn-out fights means you have less things to do. Although you can get some abilities as a mystic to actually create things. Like if you're a mystic if you're a mystic that is involved in like nature and wood stuff, you can actually grow a tree. Snakestone belt. A sturdy belt with runes cast on the buckles. Let's give it to Lev. Lev needs all the stuff. There we go. People are rummaging around. They found a book. Oh, am I going to fight a giant brain now? I hope not. Oh no, there's now the second sommelier. Let's secure the area. Find an item. Yes. Like, here's the thing. I'd rather have purple fire because at least I know if I've stepped in my own fire. You can step in fire on this game, and it gives you a nice big warning by saying... the thing is, like, you step on the fire, and it says to you, do you want to step on the fire? That will cause you damage. And I'm like, well, there's no other way to go, so I have to do it. However, if I was stepping on purple fire, I was like, well, I caused it, so I'm hurting myself. If I stood on normal fire, then that's not on me. Let's give Argyle that. Let's just give a tier 1 defense. Just a nice, gentle tier 1 defense. And now let's send the entire party down to the Harpenny Dam. You can prepare a tier 3 defense there. Like, Argyle is retiring. Oh, I forgot they're related. Hern Argyle, he's retiring at the end of this chapter. He's had... Oh, dear. Yeah, I don't want them in my thing. That's fine. Like, Hern, he's had a good adventuring career. You know, he's 56. He's a fighter. He's been blessed by a rock giant. You know, he deserves he deserves to live out his last couple of days with his wife, just making sure that there are good defences everywhere. They're teaching the locals how to defend themselves. You know, he's sending his son's old enough to go off adventuring now. You know, he's trained his son well, so he's going to go out and just do all that, while his mum and dad can go off on their retirement holidays. They kept putting their holidays off because of adventuring, and there's too many things happening. But you know, now they can enjoy it. You know, that's what they want to do in life. Ooh. This is the final fight. When you arrive, you will have a choice to make. Final preparations. When this fight is over, the game will end. Yay. Okay, this is the final preparations. When the sun goes down, camp unfolds around a spark. And then it's time for a talk. For cleaning and patching and polishing. The last camp is no different. Preparations they made towards the coming day will get finished or forsaken beside this final fire. Wow! We get all these items. And now, crafting! Yay! So here's the crafting section of the screen and all this stuff. So, basically, here are all the weapons you have to choose from. Some of which I've unlocked from previous campaigns. So I can create a basic sword, a one-handed sword, of fire, a one-handed sword of water, or a one-handed sword of leaf, a great sword or a great sword of stone, which I've already got, which I might upgrade to a better great sword. Then you have dueling swords, which I honestly have never used because I've never had a character that I feel would benefit from it. Then you have your axe and your fire axe. Then you have your great axe and your fire great axe, your mace and your fire mace, your normal hammer, your spear, your great spear and a stone great spear. Then you have your bow, your water bow, and your leaf bow, which can be upgraded. So I should have done it differently. Your hand crossbow and your stone crossbow, daggers, staffs. So you got your basic, your leaf, and your stone, and then your wands. But Argyle is a fighter, so let's. I can upgrade him. I can upgrade it to the best one possible. It'll cost me 4 things, possibly. What do I want? Actually, he's got. What armor has he got? He's got the best armor. Okay. Let's. You know what? Let's. In for a penny. Let's make him the tier 3 great sword. Now you've survived this long. You should get the. Let's make you a better water bow. And hey, we get to rename the water bow. So, they suggest let's call it the Grim Pride of Blonde Badger. But we can randomly roll it. Let's randomly roll it. The Myth Seeker. Oh, that sounds very legendary. Crimson Fawn Striker. Jade Cherry Song. Slender Beach Striker. The Silent Quill. Rock Pride of Harpony. The Hornet Howl. Dark Striker. Dragon Killer. Oh, Wave of Fury. I do like that one, actually. Wave of Fury. So he's now got two-handed Wave of Fury bow. What's his armor like? He's still got basic armor? Well, let's spend it so he's upgraded his armor at least. Yeah, let's get the same. The armor can't be enchanted right now, which is a bit of a disappointment, but that's fine. Now you, my darling, you've got basic staff. Let's give you the tier 3 one, because why not? And now we can't upgrade your armor anymore, sorry, and I can't upgrade your artifact weapon either, sorry. But you're good. The rest of you are good, actually. Let's actually upgrade the daggers just a little bit, because I don't want you going in with a tier 1 dagger. Alright, there we go. Next. Mortality is conquered when its machinery is de-emphasized. The mind is already all-enduring. The matter it inhabits is its chief limiter. Oh, I forgot! It's, Clockwork Man! Earlier in the campaign, so like in chapter 1, I had to fight Clockwork Man. He's a man who's got he's a mystic who had a clockwork arm that shoots crossbows. I must get them to tell me the secrets of self-transference, to show them how far a man with no limits can lead their mystic science. All I need is more applicable materials. He's going to kill people. But then there's entries about being frustrated, being refused, scorned by scholars of that sort of study. I think we found a more mortificer even the other bone tinkerers thought was creepy. Ooh. The brain is housed under the hills in a wooded, rocky, inhospitable fieldland. They go finding it, following the map to this remote place. Means something? Reminds me more of a throat than a brain. Those runes that say Zaravax. Ooh. Let's increase our fortitude. Let's go down that way. This is going to be the last fight of the campaign. We all have a temporary hit point. And I don't see the wardrobe. I really don't like the wardrobe. It's a wardrobe that spawns more wardrobes and more creatures. I don't like that. Okie dokie. So, lots of doors, lots of entryways. Let's have you go up there. You can go there. This is spreading out my party just a little bit. You can go that way. You can go that way. And you, I just want you to... I want you to silk step, which basically means you move into stealth. Hey, thanks for joining the stream. I will try and stream. I've been trying to stream more often and try to get a positive mood to stream. But yeah, thank you for joining. These will be on the VODs, and I will be putting this on YouTube eventually. When, like all Twitch people, when I eventually just remember to move them over and stuff. You know what? Let's have Ballard Argyle open the door, and there's nothing. Wait, I have to activate switches? Where are the switches I have to activate? Again, this would have helped if I actually read the instructions. Is that a switch? That's a lamp. Note to self, like all RPGs, read instructions for... okay. Sentinel. Let's interfuse with a table. Oh, the table! I can do... Yeah, it's one of those... I have, at the moment, one... once a fortnight stream D&D game. Where it's not D&D at the moment, it's Good Strong Hands. Which is a really good... Like, if you like Labyrinth and Dark Crystal and, like, Neverending Story, all those, like, good, like, 80s, like... 70s and 80s kids movies. It's a really good kind of campaign system based on that. That's every 2 weeks, but I haven't been in a streamed D&D game regularly for a very long time. But I miss it. And yeah, personal streams are the things that should happen, and I keep finding ways to keep delaying them. But also, it's like, I just want to do things that I find fun. And, I mean, I was playing Humankind the other day, and that was fun. Right, let's just quickly shackle the big left-armed guy. There we go. You can move up there, and hopefully you don't all get attacked. I don't want you all to get attacked, because that would be very depressing if you all got attacked. Swap weapon, and let's do an ambush there. Okay, wait, you blocked my shot? That's rude. Let's do barrage. Let's just attack Batchy that way. Let's attack. Right. I need to find some switches. What and where are the switches? That was the wrong move, and I can't go back and change them. Oh, I can't go back and change the moves. Okay. That's fine. Okay, interfuse with the table, and then let's shackle this big boy to the table. And before anyone asks, yes, I know what I was saying that time. I heard it. It was needed. I mean, you know, when the big boy's misbehaving, you gotta shackle him down a little bit. Well, I shackled him down and he's dead now, so I'm guessing it worked. You open the door. Let's just do that. That's not the switch. I don't have a switch, but then again, I was right to say it. Thank you. I feel vindicated. Vindicated! Uh-huh. I'm not that much of a switch. It's probably sharing more than I should be sharing, to be honest. Okay, so... open the door. There's a weldling. Ooh! Interfuse with the assembly mechanism. And then... shackle! Shackle the weldling. There we go, he's pinned to the floor. You can attack him. You blocked it, okay, that's fine. Wither him. Again, this is what you're missing out. This is what you could be doing. You could be, you know, pinning people, shackling them, doing whatever really. It's a really good game. Attack. Okay, there's a switch I have to press. Not a switch, a different switch. There are lots of switches in this game. But let's wither. Okay, open door. Okay, so I'm guessing that's the door we have to get to eventually. Okay, so... let's attack the sommelier. You go and activate that device, which is a switch, but not the switch I want. You can... oh, that's the switch that I want. Oh, you clipped it. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. I can do something about this. I think. Hang on. I'm a person. I can do something. Hang on. No, that's not that. Let's go to that. Let's go to that. I am trying to work out things. Hang on. I'm working things out. Hang on. No, it's not letting me do things right now. Ah. You clipped it. Okay, thank you. Ah. Hang on, there should be a way. Oh, that's... yeah. No, I didn't want to... bugger. Didn't want to do that. Alright, you just run to the door. Just run up to the door. Thank you! Thank you! Damn me for setting up things so I could keep control of my stream. Oh! Wow! There's a new creature that's been added called the Gentleman.
Its unmellow gaze has a torch-like intensity. The longer it lingers, the deeper it burns. Ancient and flickering purpose is loose and hot in every motion it makes. Where is this? Okay, it says destroy. Where is he? Oh, sweet Jesus! That is a big boy. That is a very big gentleman who has quite a big arse by the looks of it. I mean, I don't hate it. It's very big. I think... Oh, I want to... Hang on. Oh, please. Please say there's a table in this room. Is there a table in this room? Oh, he can step on things. Yes, this is a... Okay, he has an acid jet. Gentleman shoots out a jet of acid hitting targets in a line, eating through scenery and flesh alike, leaving behind acid on all tiles. He's a stepping gentleman. He shoots his load at people. He shoots people. He slams them. He's indignant about people. Wow, he is a certain kind of gentleman. Okay, yeah, I did damage to myself. I accept that. Yes, I understand I'm taking the risks of standing and taking damage. Oh, the big boy blocked me. Come on, Lev, hurry up. Hurry up, Lev. You're my only hope. Pin this boy. I can... No, not only did I say, please, gentlemen, step on me, I consented and understood that the gentleman will step on me. And he shot his load at me. This is... This is a... Yes, danger. I can understand the risks and I consent to you harming me. Although I'm pretty sure Argyle's dad might have some opinions. Oh, stunt damage. I can shoot again. Shoot him with the fury of whatever weapon it was. I do have a backup name for what I was going to call it. I took acid damage, that's fine. There you go, I killed the gentleman. Do we level up? No. We do! Which is fine because they're going to age up anyway. So here we go. As you level up, you get different things. You have a total of 7 levels. So as a Bloodhorn Mystic, so second level Mystic, I can choose to upgrade things. So I can ignite things. I can upgrade my ignite ability. Let's make it so I can ignite tires without any debris. I can give myself more armor and warding, which is armor is better against physical damage, warding against magical damage. I can give myself inspiration, which inspires everyone around me to do more damage, or I can increase my passive, which soul splitting I like. Basically, for every object I'm interfused with, 1 damage is prevented against me and 2 damages happen to the object. So you can interfuse with lots of objects, and if you take damage, the object is destroyed, not you. Which I actually might take for this Mystic. And here we go, the end of the story. Gears fight loudly to keep on turning, but most grind still. Glowing globs flicker, but they dim, they do not fully die. That's 6 years of nightmares. Yeah, never take friendly shapes, do they? So that was Zaravax? The brain? The brain is all of this, I'm pretty sure. I think our Mortificer was able to transfer his conscious mind into an entire fortress. Nice to see you again, Matthew. Nice to see you again. Enjoy the gym. Thank you for coming. Thank you. What is it? Is he watching? Can't remove power sources. Oh. Don't step on any of the fluids that spew up. Crush the thing. Come home. And that's the end of this story. So, I think it shows it. Okay, we won. We have... we saved all the towns. We have all the safe tiles. There was no undos. We have 114 years of peace. And here's what happens. So it shows you what's happened to your characters. Oh, has that got... Hang on. Oh, it's got a soundtrack. I didn't realise this bit. So yeah, so this is going to show us what happens to all the characters with their years of peace before the next campaign. I believe at the end actually gives you the opportunity to say who you want to level up, which we can decide. So, all of these heroes we added to our legacy, which is all good. So, and then I can choose which one gets promoted. So basically, there are different tiers of legacy, which give you new items, new abilities, and all this stuff. So, I can turn any of the characters from a folk hero to a local legend. I kind of... So Lev could go up. Actually, oh, you know what? He was my first character in this one. Let's have Argyle. Her and Argyle with his big stony right arm. Let's promote him. And all elemental weapons discovered in this game have been unlocked in your legacy and now available to craft in all future games. And I got an achievement. Excellent. So, I'll show you the legacy stuff. There's lots of characters. Sorry. So I've done this a few times. So I've got a lot of legacy characters. So here we go. Here are all the tier 1 legacy characters we have. With all their items, when they retired, all their pets which you can unlock, and all of the various ways you can become changed. So, you two didn't get changed, you're fine. Here we go. Dranlock, he's blessed by the Storm Touched, which means as he levels up, he unlocks different... he basically gets Lightning Fist and Lightning Legs and can teleport and do lightning damage and stuff. So, Quenisha suffered from the Gem Eye ability, which is one of the first campaign stories you do. You go underground and you find a gem, and you can do the age-old thing of, do I touch the cursed gem or do I not touch the cursed gem? If you touch it and try to pry it out, it embeds in your face, and then it slowly starts turning you into this, which is very difficult for me because I'm a mystic who interfuses with objects, but I can't use any of my weaponry. But it means, I get a gem arm, which gives me a shield. I'm really slow, but I do get a crystalline sword to damage people with. Ilime is a flame soul, so they get more fire. They develop into fire people. There's an advanced version of the fire tattoo. One for you, Alexis, if I can find them somewhere. Oh, Malbar got the Gorgonoid crust. He got attacked by a Gorgon creature and basically just got a, Gorgonoid stone embedded inside of his head. The one I think you might like might be Lafia here, who is a crow person. They have the ability to also has a pet pine cone named Cone. So yeah, there's an event you can do where you encounter the spirit of the crow goddess, and you can either ignore them, be blessed by them, or rebuke them. If you ignore them, nothing happens. If you rebuke them, you go into a combat. Or if you do what I did and get blessed, you start with crow wings, which gives you a better speed, a better dodge ability. But if you allow it to develop, you start getting crow hands, and you can actually, you can blind people. Heck, eventually, I believe. Actually, I might look on the wiki. I'll try to find it in the wiki in a second. So yeah, that's folk tier 1. Oh yeah, she got scratched, so she got. Oh yeah, Nicholas got wounded, hence he's got a missing leg. Folk tier 2, local legend, with a few more. There we go. I got her to folk tier 2. There we go. That's how I knew. I went back and did her a couple of times, try and get her advanced a little bit. I don't have any in tier 3, I don't think. No, I don't. Okay. However, if I go to the wiki, which I don't think it's going to show on the stream. Okay, right, I know what I'm going to do. I am going to very quickly mess with my stream. Okay, so let's go to this one. I need to do a... let's get rid of that for a second. And then let's reveal that. And then let's reveal that and put it there. I want to just... that screen, okay. I'm just going to quickly try and find where I put this. No, it's not. Let's... no, that's not that one. Cancel. Hide. Let's... messing things around. It's fine. Let's capture a specific window. And let's capture... hang on, I know what to do. I know what to do. I'm just going to mess things around, which I shouldn't really be doing midstream, but it's fine. Let's... you know what, let's... even better, let's just do that. And then let's capture... any... no, cancel, let's do that. Yep, let's capture that. Here we go. Right. So this is the wiki for it, which you can learn more about the heroes and stuff. So you can write stuff for the game. You can mod things into the game. You can do events and stuff. Let's go to events. Not events. Somewhere in here. Random abilities. Here we go. Transformation abilities. Here we go. Let's just... here we go. So you can become a bear-touched person, which just gives you the eventually you just become like a bear. You get a bear tattoo and you get additional stuff. Where is the? You can become a botanically based person, so you just become a vine person, which I've got somewhere. Where is it? You can become a clockwork person, which I haven't got full one of yet. But where is it? Where is? Here we go. You can become a moth person. Here you go. You have a satinly wings can unfold from your and cast a shroud over those you wish to hide from the sight. So you can become a moth person. You can become an elm person. You can get here we go, crow touched. There you go. There's the mysterious crow woman. There we go, crow woman. That's the person you can either choose to be blessed by, cursed by, or whatever. But yeah, you can get a crow head if you wanted to, which gives you the ability to do peck and stuff. And basically, that's what so when you create a character, you decide some of the plot hooks, which comes up with which comes up with some of the like inspirational poet and all those what kind of words. They're based on the plot hooks you've got. So depending on what plot hooks you've got on your character, depends what events will be unlocked for you. So I had a character who was mysterious and had a bookish score more than 200. You can also get a hawk soul, so you become a hawk person. There was at one point a way you could actually see all of these at once. You can become a shadow person as well, if you wanted to. And sylvan person. You basically just become a tree person, which is what Lev was doing. Or a gorgonoid. You just get a gorgonoid crust coming out of your head. But I haven't got the rest of that yet because I'm developed. Or you can become a fox person. I forgot that. You get a fluffy tail. But yeah, that's basically... Or teeny wings. Hang on, ignore my messy backdrop for a second, as it all loads up again. I'm just going to probably hide that, and game. Yeah, there we go. That's all back. There we go. Yeah, so that's what you can do. That's what you can get going. And it loads all my legacies up. And it just came out of early access. Like, I want to say it came out of early access a couple of weeks ago. And it's been really good. I think you can... Okay, let's do open editor. What can we do in there? Okay, so you can... Here we go. We can create events or comics. Oh! There's a sneaky Void Witch. Hey! How you doing? Ooh, let's go to the character lab. So there you go. You can start off with character lab. You can get legendary characters. Ooh! Various characters you can encounter throughout the game. Including... Oh, I love all these. Yeah, the Arch Gorgon or the Ultra Gorgon. Bogmore. Various different Gorgon creatures. The Gorgon cow. Here we go. Here's the one I hate. He's a good boy. The wardrobe. I really hate the wardrobe. These are all amazing. Like the wardrobe, I hate because that spawns more Mothra, which is just annoying. Oh, there's Grand Matron. Oh yeah, Grand Matron. Then you got this art is again. I love this. I love the art. The art style is very, very simple and detailed, but it really works for this game. And just all the various creatures, like that's the moth Eldritch Horror. It's I love it. Over the last year, I will say I've been very disappointed. Oh, I can change the legs. Oh, hang on a minute. So, no, I don't want to do that. Right, character lab. Let's give you. Let's age you up. Oh, wait, I can give. I can give them tentacle arms. Ah! And a wolf head. And a forged. Oh, this is. Oh, this is brilliant. Oh, that is. Please say it. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. Oh dear me. Oh. Yeah. Oh boy. Content and comics editor. Does that open up something new, or does that just can I do that in the game? Okay. Oh wow. This is definitely something I should probably read. Yes, I can show Crow Wings. Yes. Hang on. Legacy. Hang on. So Emma, if you have been lurking long enough, you know that so some of the characters get blessed with different objects and stuff. So we got Frella, who got blessed by the forest to basically start having vines and turn into a tree person. Blessed by a fire god, so these two got blessed by the same creature. Blessed by a storm god, was an idiot and got caught and got blessed. A Sylvan god, but then if we go to tier 2, you'll see Lafia, who got blessed by the Crow Goddess, the Crow Lady. Although Crow Goddess is good. It's part of a story event, so you become Crow Touched. Which gives you the ability to basically have better speed, you can fly a bit more, and you can scratch someone and blind them. Also, you have... I didn't realise the creatures gave effects. Yeah, you can also get little pets as well along the way. I can't believe she's a fighter. I thought she was something different. So... let's play again. I can do multiplayer. You know what? Level 3 procedural campaign. Random enemy. Storyteller. Come on, next. Pick from Legacy. Let's pick Argyle with Vigilance and Battle Dance. Oh, and Viciousness, actually. Let's pick from Legacy. Let's pick Lafia, Glamling, as a younger version. Let's give them heightened senses and hardiness. And then let's recruit... oh, yes, I like Humanist because she can shackle people. And let's give her a Wisdom as well. Let's have a Let's have them go in and have a nice... We like a good shackling. We like to be able to pin people to the table early on. Especially if gentlemen are involved. Right. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going up against... there aren't no Drowvin in this game. But we're going against Gorgons, Mothragai, Thrixil, and the Deepists. Who are... So we're going to encounter lots of creatures. Okay, the hunt. Our trail ends here. Who's the older person in the party? I don't remember you. Yes, it's faster to move by water. They were born to it. What happened? Did you guys lose it? A short while later, the sound of flames and rain and water, there's so much more alike than I tend to notice. The light finds unexpected corners of their fort-hardened faces. From the ocean they come, to the ocean they return. Who knows why? Gorgons are an ancient, malevolent beings in my youth. These are the Eldritch. So what's the Thrixil? Oh, okay, so... so if the Deepists are more like your underground cult, and your Drowvin are more of your kobold, reptilian kind of thing, the Gorgons are definitely more of your Cthulhu inspired from the ocean, while your Thrixil are more like your Eldritch, your more proper Eldritch space horror kind of deal. Oh, look, there's someone coming out of the water, I imagine. Oh, there's... let's give more fortitude. Okay, we're against 2 row. Okay, where are they? Where are they? Where are they? They're going to be... They're very well hidden, actually. Okay, so... Hearn with his big right hand. Guardian. You can go this way, Lafia, with your creature and Guardian. Interfuse with the stone. Can you discus to it? There are stone tentacles?! I didn't realise there were stone tentacles. I'm still discovering things as I go along. Oh, these are advanced ones already. They can corrupt the land. I'm trying to remember what the corruption does. Oh, crush. Crush this one first. Crush the Eldritch Deer. And you can fly over here, your increased speed, and hit him with your fire sword. I think I can actually shackle them with stone tentacles. And again, this is a multiplayer game as well, so if you could do this with multiple people if you wanted to. Imagine the stories you could do. Ooh. Silver stars like silent crows flock and follow the glow to the changeless cast of her final anguish. With her goes the greatest resource, the great store of knowledge we might have had, the wretched coward Gorgon. Of course it didn't stick around. As students accept the gift of her teacher's wisdom, and so his teacher's duty, the hunt falls to us. Us, and whoever we become. The wild things may all be against us. I don't care. If it bites at me, I kill it. They gather what's worth taking and embark on the next leg of their journey, and some of their lives. So, fun fact, we get to name the party now. So, the suggestions are Wolf's Courage, Wylene's Vengeance, The Peerage of the Guarded Boar, or enter your own name. Which some options include the Friends of the Celestial Weevil, the Giants of the Full Table, the Librarians of the Sorrowed Scarab. Okay, the Greenlings of the Damned Lamb, the Legacy of the Satin South, the Soldiers of the Wily Vengeance, the Avengers of the Snake, the Mothers of the Glory, The Glorious Fallen, Fox's Beauty, Serpent's Beauty, The Eye of the Law, the Service. Ooh. Okay, let's do the Shacklers. Let's just do it. The Shacklers of the Big Boy. That will do. That will do. And now they shall be remembered. Okay, so now we can recruit a character, which we can do straight away. It will. Let's recruit another legacy person. Let's recruit. Yeah, let's recruit Grimbard. Or not, actually. Do you want it? Kalia. Actually, let's have Kalia, actually, because I believe she's more to do with druidy stuff, which I think might be pertinent for this group. And also she encounters something that would be really cool. Okay, ready for adventure. So we've got, so far, Kalia can grow trees and interfuse with them. She's a goofish poet. Lafafina is a poetical intellectual. A hothead poet. And an aloof poet. I've got lots of poets. I should have called them the Shacklers of Poets. I can't change it now, damn. Let's do relationships. So he has a child. No relationships. Child. Done. Okay, right. Let's just prepare a defense here, because you never know how long things are going to be. The Shackling Poet Society. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Right, let's go take this party to explore and scout and adventure and do all that good stuff. They've fallen in love. Aww, that's nice. Let's assault this area with the party. Here's a thought. Maybe the quarry isn't as dangerous as we believed. They crash through the floor. The step is broken, hiding and covering of a hunting pit. She's fallen through, scuffling and scraping into a dark rocky hole. Oh, far enough, fallen down. Might be risky to get her out. Let's be methodical and tie a rope. So there are some story events which especially if it's your first run through with brand new characters, you can choose whether their original friendship was, rivalry, a romance, or just a friendship. You can customize, I believe. You can customize it, so you can customize the attraction stuff to anyone. You can. A lot of it is kind of random, but it's also based on, I believe, who was in your party at any one time, and what stuff you do together. You can lock it. Yeah, that's locked in straight away as well. You can also lock what kind of relationships you want. So for legacy stuff as well, if they're in the same party. Client's back at wait, hang on. You have wings. Why don't you fly down and pick her up? Okay, now we're against the Eldritch Boar, Eldritch Raccoon, and corruption is it. Oh. Gives temp HP to other Gorgons. We take damage and we're slowed. Nice. So you go forward, and Guardian. You go forward, and Guardian. And hey! Stone tentacles. Let's interfuse with those stone tentacles. And bones. Lots of bones and tentacles. And let's interfuse with a cart, which reveals things, and then let's have the cart blow up and do damage. Oh, there's also... Oh, an eldritch statue as well. Yeah, that... Okay, right, you're going to go ahead and go there. Let's Guardian for a minute. You go up there and attack him. You go there and discus. I mean, I'm sure if I tell you what, when I eventually work out how to actually write stories, I will try and write the horniest campaign for all of these characters. Just an entirely horny campaign. At one point, there's actually a in one of the original campaign stories I played through, which just comes with the game. You get one of the Gorgons actually grabs you with their tentacles and like restrains you, and I think there is a comment about how they like to be restrained, but not like this. Let's discuss to the raccoon again. And yeah, there we go. Oh, we've got a shield. Who wants the shield? Well, I'm not giving it to my wizard. That doesn't make much sense, so let's salvage it. That's the other thing as well. A lot of the items, if a member of the party can't wield it, they just get put in their inventory, but you can't swap the inventory around. So you can have like 4 people with bows, and you could be like, well, this person's got a really good bow, but someone else should have it. You can't swap it around. Which is weird. Oh, look! A Bogmore. Eldritch Frog. Great. Let's secure the area with the party and find an item. Time passes in the game all the time. Recovering from wounds, and we've gained some supplies. Ooh! A shadow cloak! Gives me +5 dodge. A flashy cloak that shimmers in the sunlight. I'm definitely giving that to my... Yeah, let's give it to... Let's give it to her. Yeah. And let's add a tier 2 defense. Because we have a bit of time. Let's build... Let's build a bridge. It's going to take some time, but building bridges now while we've got a manageable map. Oh, Argyle and Kalia are rivals. Emir and Kalia are friends. Like, I'm sure there's a way to like work on the mechanics a little bit to make it so you can control, you know, the friendship stuff a lot more. Okay, let's patrol. Let's get rid of all this Gorgon infestations. And then let's assault here. Okay, did you see that? Oh, we can get a blessing from a moth! Ah! Did you see the huge moth that landed in Hearn's hair earlier today? How could I not? And you weren't going to say anything? He just walked around with that thing sticking out of the jaunty angle for like an hour. You think you could tell a story? Oh, I don't think we can get blessed by a moth. I don't think that's what's going to be a Gorgons. Would I hear a story about the Trickster Moon, the Fire Queen, and the Raindrop? Nothing too fantastical. Let's do Trickster Moon. of how the moon used to be a dark hunk of stone until it tricked the sun to giving up some of its light. And the sun, as you always suspected, can't stand the thought of anyone being approaching a fraction of his brilliance. The moon knew that a fair fight was out of the question. So while the sun was distracted, the moon fled over the horizon, drawn by a team of fireflies. And to this day they take refuge in the night sky, shining where the sun will never find them, giving their blessing to those who move swiftly through the shadows. You gain temporary speed! Yay! Oh, Bogmore, Rager, Raccoon, and Roe. Hello, creatures. Oh, there's a fire spirit! No, come back here, fire spirit! Attack the bog creature! Attack the raccoon! Run! Go and lock the door. I want the Give the mage the fire spirit. The fire spirit's moved. Open the door. Where's the fire spirit? Where is that fire spirit? Move in. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Right. Where are you? Where are you? Run! You're too slow! Don't get too close. Don't spook it. Don't spook it. No. I mean, you're going to probably take some damage now. Yep. Okay. Yep. You're fine. Yep. I mean, you're fast. You've got crow wings. You're going to fly really quickly. Now, stay. Stay. No, don't run away. Okay, right. You. Run! Run to it! Oh, that's a lot of cult stuff. Yes, I want the fire wand. Give me the fire wand. Oh, and it's called Moonsprig as well. Oh, yeah, we are keeping Moonsprig. That makes sense with the story they told beforehand. Let's have you move up there because you're a fighter and you can take some damage. You are getting left behind, mate. You need to hurry up. Take some corruption. They can run through things. And there's a noxious tongue. Oh, you move people. Oh, okay, that's... A noxious tongue is not a good thing. Let's do a cone of fire. That'll do. Cone of fire. Always good. Let's interfuse with the font. And let's just do Scalding Rain on the Bogmore. There we go. Bogmore's down. And you run up in front of the... Yep. Keeps getting his armor shredded. There we go. There we go. Do we have a level up? Nope, but next time we might. Okay, Earth Shell Necklace. An old necklace with a craggy gem gives better block. Let's give the better block to Argyle, because I think he might be blocking more people. Oh, and Bogmore's have extra armor now. Great. Secure the area. Find an item. A lot of the early games, a lot of securing areas and finding... Okay, what do I want to remove? Yes, I do not want the bear... I don't want the Geist in there right now. Not right now. Watchmen, that's fine. They can do extra damage. I don't want the Geist there. A lot of the early games about... Because you have such a small area, you can afford to spend more time securing areas and uncovering places, because they persist through the various campaign chapters. So for me, at least the way I play a little bit, I like to try and secure as much as I can while I've got the time. Hey! It's our favourite item. It's the Strap of Illumination. Let's give the strap to Ilme, because she was the one who's going to be strapping big boys down. And let's prepare a tier 2 defense there as well. Okay, let's scout out that tile up there. If you like the strapping, wait until we start getting the shackling going. We like shackling down some big boys. And some consensual stomping. If there's anything, you know, the party's catchphrase could be "Step on me, daddy." But okay, Night Visitor's song. What would you do if you found out your heart racing at the thought of another, someone you stood beside through danger, and then you mean someone not Ilme? That's its own kind of conundrum, isn't it? I'm not sure I can give you a wise answer. Shh! Stop mumbling for a second. You hear that? Hushed voices and careful footfalls approach down the overgrown path. To Kaya's ears, even those muffled noises are pretty loud. Come forward, strangers. You are friendly. If you're friendly, come forward slowly. Silence perhaps a minute of it, but then the answer that emerges from the thick wall of brush. Then, Lonwain, you dolt. They're not being fooled by this. We're prolonging the inevitable. Yes, mistress. Should I offer myself? Wow! Okay. We can... Yes, mistress. Come here. Ho, ho there. You look experienced. What are you, bandits? Rogues? Not hounding for catch the hope? Come out of there. You've caught anyway. Well... Oh, move it, you fool. How are you so miserable at this? Sorry, mistress. Here, take my arm. What? Pair of travellers climb through from the bracken, their clothes fine but a tad filthy. Hello, strangers. I'm Lone Wayne, servant and apprentice to this prestigious lovely woman who... Well, perhaps we shouldn't use your real name? That's Bralia! Oops, he knows your name. And why would he... And why wouldn't he? Bralia, the dream chanter, poet and peerless singer. Impossible to turn away any ear where she's plucking strings, spinning yarns, deploying her fabulous vows. Well, you don't seem like a threat. Come and sit by the fire. We're not in any kind of bad business. By the fire sounds grand. Mistress. The small camp settles to a little awkwardly. Instructions go around. Shortly thereafter, Hearn can't help himself. He bends Bralia's ear. You inspired me. Not many people have. See, I'm not partial to the skippy little tales they peddle these days. The great romances, the epics, those matter. I got to listen to your performance of Glimmercene at Elkplot. Masterful. Rumour was you intoned all of the Odwine saga into the day and night, and no one dared chew a morsel. Ooh. Yes, I remember those days. I try not to miss them. Oh, mistress, you need not say it. I do, though. Just that. Nothing lasts forever. Bad fever took my lofty registers from me. My volume. Performance is such a physical thing. Most forget that. I'm weak nowadays. I lean on him, my student Lowain there, mistress. I would love to show that gift to you again, but I'm gone now. Only the memory remains. Why not try a small song, even if it's quiet, even if it's just a shadow of you? We'd like it. Let's try. It's a 69%. Let's try it. It's a good night, I think. May have a few verses in me. She first moves her fingers over the strings of the mandolute. Great rings of sound, chords and twining threads. The melody hangs and wobbles and winds around the ear. It curls into the heart like an old dog returning. My father wrote this for me. This was my first song. Next she begins to sing. I sit inside the wind, the moon looks down on me. The places that I've been all linger distantly. I'm here for you wherever you need me. I'm here to see that someday you don't. You'll find me in a tree if a tree is there to find. Stand tall or on your knees, a tree will treat you kind. Though I'm here for you when you don't want me, I'm here for you in case someday you do. Her voice is sheer as gauze. It yields to the slight sigh of a breeze, but it persists, trembling strong. It's beautiful. Suddenly, an unpleasant strick closes her mouth. She swallows, appears to be fighting a cough. Unshed tears are starblight in the firelight. Are you mistress. She shakes her head, her fingers repair the halted tune. Now I live in smoke, the clouds and cliffs my bed. The weird and rippling water bends around your head. Night comes along like a stray with a song. Ask me to travel on, but I'll wait until you're sleeping. That was my father's lullaby. Wow, my life, I know, has been blessed. The night before the fight of Wodenstar Dam passes quietly. Oh, one of the creatures is removed. That's nice. Hey! We got slingers! Got like a couple of good slingers. Shame they go down so easily. Wait. Okay, I can't shackle anyone right now. However, I can constrict them with fabric. Open the door. Oh, there's a cabinet. There's a chair. There's rocks, a grain bag. There's rope. There's rope. Rope. I know what I'm going to do with the rope. There's a slinger back there. Oh, you've moved me and shed my armour. Oh, okay, that's polite. There we go. So their stunt chance has gone up. You just go over here and see where the slinger is. Let's interfuse with the millstone. There we go. Oh, we've got a armor. Let's replace the. Nah, let's salvage it. This game is horny on main. I should really put this. I should really put a content warning about this. Don't worry, there is a character that you can just like create lots of vines and straps with. Kalia and Hearn consider each other irritants. And we got a feather steel talisman. Let's give it to Lafia to increase her movement some more. Let's do a tier 2 defense. Let's build a bridge over the river. Let's scout out. This is weird. I actually don't have a party with a. I haven't got a ranger at the moment, or a ranged type person. Yeah. Giant forest. Let's patrol. Checking messages from. Okay. Just checking messages from the wife. There's some gossip from her work. From their work. Okay, oh, there's an incursion. Okay, here you go. So, at some point in the game, you have two tracks that are happening. You have your calamities track, and you have your incursion track. Your incursion is basically the main creature you're going to fight in the game. Is basically mounting up and is going to cause like a attack. You'll start destroying things and defeat your heroes until they're defeated or repelled by defenses. Once the incursion size reaches 0, the incursion will dissipate. They're quite far away. Can continue patrolling, because we should be fine for a minute. And then let's assault. Okay. Dinner plans. Onions aren't a meal, they're an ingredient. Yeah, change your mind, make a good onion soup. This is the best onion soup this party have ever had. So much so it's given them temporary hit points. Look how big that tentacle is! It's so big! Anyway, there's also a big tree and a big statue. Huh, okay. Let's run forward. Well, thank you. Thank you like this. Oh, better for 4 AM? Yeah, get some sleep. Genuinely, like, it's been absolutely an absolute pleasure and so lovely to have you here, but sleep. Sleep, get some rest. You need it. I'm probably not going to get a lot of sleep in the near future, so enjoy sleep while you can. Enjoy it. And again, I'm very much a fan of this game. So if you get it, let me know. We can do multiplayer. And if I work out how to make a story, I promise I will do a curse you, brain. Shut off for a bit. Let you sleep. Oh, let you sleep. Let's do discuss. I swear at some point, as soon as I'm going to sit down when I've got a bit of time and actually read how to create a campaign in this game, and I will just make the most horny on main campaign possible. We'll do that. Do that be good. Right, hang on. Cone of fire. Yeah, just set everything on fire. Let the world... Actually, you know what? Crow scratch! And they leveled up. Yay! Okay, Blue Horn Warrior, so Blood Rage. Sharpshooter to new range attacks. Increases speed, extra melee damage from 1 to 2. Let's do... Ooh. Upgradable Crow Scratch! Yes! Ooh. Yes, let's add a Spectral Lantern that gives you more warding bonuses. And now we have the Eldritch Bear. Let's cancel them. Let's get an item. We have another Strap of Illumination. I have a feeling that this game is listening in because they know how we like straps. So I think they're just sending us all the straps now. Straps, ropes, and shackles. There's an opportunity. Okay. Hello. No, I don't want to become famous. I really don't. Yeah, I don't want to be famous. Simple. I have better things in my life to be doing than be famous. So, that's a new... what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Wait, hang on.
How is my get? How is? Thank you for the follow, Emma. For some reason, it's not actually said to me that. Wait, what? People are raiding. Who's raiding? Ah! Hello, people. Hello, hello. There's a raid. Ah! Hi. Hi, everybody. Thanks for the raid. Hello. Hello. We are playing Wildermyth, which is the most beautiful... I love butts! I love butts. It's so fun that you're joining with butts and we have lots of straps and stuff. Straps and shackles and everything. It's all going well here. Welcome to Wildermyth, everybody. An amazing, lovely, story-driven, character-based RPG with team-based tactics and all this stuff. And it's lovely! We've got an incursion. Let's fight them with cunning. Summarize plot. It's basically a TTRPG, but, turn-based, tactical, with some absolutely gorgeous art and character development stuff. We are going against Gorgons, which are basically eldritch horror woodland creatures. So, like this one. I mean, look at Bambi. Look at Bambi. This is what happens when Bambi did cocaine. This is what happens when Bambi joined a cult, to be honest. And there's Lafia and attack. And yes, Lafia is crow-touched because she got blessed by the god, the crow lady. They didn't say god crow lady, but she got blessed by crow lady. Oh, there's a big forge. And wait, do we have? Hey, we have our favourite thing. We have shackles. So let's run down here and get some shackles going. Oh. God, there's a big boy in the corner. Let's just build a tree there. Thank you. Thank you, tree. Come later. Wait. Let's move you out front. And then let's wait. And then wait. So we're going to get attacked by various creatures like the Bogmore, which is the Eldritch Frog. The Geist, the Eldritch Bear. The Rager, the Eldritch Boar. And let's set the bear on fire. Let's blow the tree up. I might be dead. No, I won't. I'll be fine. Possibly. Let's crow lady fly. Attack the bear. That bear dodged again. Jesus. Okay, so we're going to attack with them. The Eldritch Frog is gone. You run forward. Just, run forward with your big stone hand. We like big stone hands. And fire. Blocked, that's fine. Hey, we got your back. And, oh, you got hit by fire. Interesting. Oh, you hit us twice. Okay, right. Please say I have something I can shackle you with. I can shackle with the bucket! But there's nowhere near. There's nothing near to shackle me with the bucket. I can't shackle them with the bucket. It's too far away. Well, I'll pin you with a tree. There you go. The old bucket of shackles. Or pinning someone with a tree. That's always good. Let us crush you with my big fist and knock you back. And I do armor shredding and all that nice good stackety stack stuff. Tools, no. I could set you on fire, I suppose. Yeah, let's set you on fire. Let's have a fiery eldritch pig. Oh, and there's another creature out here somewhere. Ooh, where are you? Where are you, friend?
Where are you hiding from me? You're not hiding this way. You must be hiding down here. Let's go. I don't see it, so let's go this way. There you are! There you are, raccoon. I see you. I see you hiding. Let's do a volley of arrows at you. Why not? Which you dodged. Of course you dodged. Okay, you come down here. Please say you can interfuse with nothing nearby. Okay, cone of fire. No. Just, yeah, it's fine. You can stay there. You can stay there. You can move this way. There's my purple fire. You can wait. And you can wait. It's going to be that one raccoon, isn't it? Oh, you're shredding my armor. Oh, pesky. Attack the raccoon with your crow arm. There we go. That's that battle done. We don't level up. That's fine. That is good, actually. Let's get our defenses pre-prepared again to a tier 2 defense. Let's run back up here and prepare a tier 2 defense up there. So basically, this game is very story-based, based on what you do, what characters you create. It's all random. There are some events that pop up based on some predetermined story hooks, which you can do in character creation, or you can randomize. I like randomizing them. The story mode itself is what we're in. Is broken down into basically between 3 and 5 chapters. Each time you play a chapter, you uncover a bit more of the world. And then in between the chapters, your characters can develop new skills, their blessings can develop, or you can retire and age up. Because there is actually a retirement age, which I just find really interesting. Oh, but Lafaria has a... Ooh. Has an event. Since I was very small, one dream has returned to me again and again. Blue fire threads the darkness, heat and terror. I know I've spoken it before, Ilame, and I have nightmares that curl my soul of places I have never been, of torched houses, the blue blaze, beating bones. I feel dread. And being you took those dreams to be ultra seriously, I imagine. Well, I mean, why are we here? Precisely my point. When I asked for you to come with me on a little trip, I didn't tell you how far we might be going. I didn't tell you our destination is a place I've dreamed of all my life, or I worry death awaits for us there. But you see, following a dream is kind of a last resort for those who can't get back to sleep. Let's go and... Yeah, let's go. Let's go and save this dream. While you're there, you can prepare a tier 3 defense because you've got time. And we'll see what happens. Story continues. A thick-grown woodland seems to invite them under its boughs. Wood and damp and the summer herbs that grow here all combine for a heady, fragrant zest in the air. It's a pleasant place, I won't say it isn't. Standing stones are kind of unusual. Oh, there's an old man hidden nearby. Ask his name. Don't kill me, had weapons. Wait, what? They've all had various dreams that bring them all here? Oh, interesting. Prophetic dreams, they're fighting each other and drinking wine. Ooh. Ooh! Ooh, we have a choice. I either lose Lethea, but I get no more incursions, or I keep fighting with her in the field of battle. I do not want to lose my crow lady.
I'm sorry. I like my crow lady. Oh, there's something outside. Okay, well, let's fight things. Kill all enemies. Okay, we can do that. I'm sorry, but like, I know you want me to be, you know, the big, you know, the protector of the prophecies and all this stuff, but no, I like my crow lady. Look, she's got a pinecone companion named Cone. Look how adorable he is. Of course, not going to get rid of her. Right, can we interfuse it in rocks, trees, dead trees, logs. Let's interfuse with the mossy rock and discus. So for those who joined in the raid, basically you have 3 classes. You have a fighter, a ranger, and a mystic. Mystics basically fight based on interfusing with objects. So they put magical power into an object, which gives them some ability to attack based on what that object does. We don't actually have a ranged character. We have lots of fighters at the moment. Oh, but we have a bow, the Shade Weaver. I like it, but I'm going to salvage it because I want the items to... Oh, Elkhorn Pauldrons. Melee and ranged accuracy. Let's give that to Lafia. Why not? After the fighting, he drinks to thanks them. Sharing old dreams and heading off in the morning. He gave me a parcel. What's in the parcel? Scarf of Rhythm. Let's give more speed to Lafia, because we like having more speed. And you leveled up, so we can do aid. So when you level up in this game, basically you unlock new abilities, which can allow you to customize your playstyle. So because we're using legacy characters, which are characters I've played through in previous campaigns, they've already got some of their abilities unlocked. And some of these abilities can be basic things like you gain the ability to heal people, or dismiss actions, or you get passive abilities which increase your own damage or give you extra abilities. But I might get Vigilance. I like the idea of doing multiple attacks per round. Let's scout with that party here, because I need to unlock this area as well at some point. Painted amber by the fading light, the formation stone catches. Ooh! The wolf price. Ooh. A voice. The voice of a carnival, cunning and crooning, warning them to run, promise to give them chase. The one thing you have hunted for so long, through hills and riddles. You have hunted so long for me, for I am this, and for a sisterhood that should be yours. Do you know my name? It was the gift I gave your ancestors. They walked away from my myth over green field and follow to the curve and corners of being they walk. Do you know my name? A blessing earned through ancient service, an oath written in steps and trials, is sealed with a name, and you need only know it. I'll ask you once more. Do you know my name? Pulls the name up like a rooted weed out of her heart. She's unsure of how she found it, but how it's been growing. But she's right. Your wolf god? What? What? Wait. Hang on. She's got crow wings and crow blessed already. Do transformations stack? I'm gonna have to Google this. Because, hang on. Do transformations in Wildermyth. Stack. You can stack them! Do I want a... Yes! Yes, just... Oh! Yes! Ah! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That is... hang on, I'm... Just... Behold! Behold! We have a wolf-touched crow woman! Who's now retiring a lot later than originally planned. Hang on, she's got a wolf head, which allows me to do a bite attack. She has a crow arm, crow wings, a pet pine cone. Her retirement age is increased. Oh! This is just... Oh, boy, oh boy. Her retirement age is now 62 years old. And she... Oh! Oh, sweet lord. That is just so nice, you know? I have a wolf-touched... Which... Okay, that's... Okay, I'm now thinking of all my other characters that have been blessed by something, and how I can now stack some of their stuff together. Like, oh, that's just gonna be so... That's just gonna be so tasty. Let's scout this area. Let's patrol this area. And now let's clear it of an infestation. I have a wolf crow lady. It reminds me of a game I played years ago where they had a I think it was Adventure Quest, which they had a werepire class where it's like a vampire werewolf combined. Oh look, stump, stone, font, big crystal door. Quick, open the big crystal. Oh, there's our metal bucket. And there's a shrine. What's a shrine do if I splinter blast? Shackle and tentacles. Okay, well let's do that then. Let's interfuse with the tentacles and discus. There we go. I could stack... If I could stack other abilities together, that would actually make a lot of this game more interesting to look at as it went by. Like, imagine having some of my Vine people mixed up with yeah. I'm more excited than I think I should be. Oh, hello, Geist, the big bear. Lovely to see you. Let's damage that. And that's Guardian. Okay, let's cone of fire onto the big bear. Interfuse with the
font to then Scalding Rain that, and then you can run ahead my Werecrow lady and just attack the bear straight up. There we go. And then you just bosh him on the head. There we go. There we go. Oh, there's another bear. Ah, that, and there's a stone heron? Huh. I did not know that there were stone herons in this game. What does a stone heron even do? I'm not the right one to be doing that. Interesting. Let's illuminate the stone. Let's build a tree in the bear. Let's run up here just to defend ourselves if we need to. And you, with your impressive movement speed, because you're a Werecrow lady. Let's just go in and attack. There we go. There we go. Yay, we're done. And we're going to level up, I think. So we've got the Noon Sword, which just gives us a nice tier 1 sword. Let's just give this to our mage, because we never know we might need a sword. Okay, so as a level 2 mystic, we can now upgrade her. We can upgrade so her abilities now have +1 range, infuse an additional target, makes it so our trees is a single action, or be a naturalist, which means they can, whenever they interfuse with a trees or plants, they get an extra thing, which I like. They look so mad. Sure, see them in the end. But peace happens. And that's the end of the chapter. So what basically happens is we have 10 years of peace. Every place that we've built gains resources, which is our heartwoods, hides, ingots, fabrics, and spell threads, which we can use to customize items and build items. And we have slave stuff, so we've got 10 years of peace. During which time, the enemies, like I've said before, they have like a Clank-style deck, where they draw from that deck with the certain monsters and certain bonuses during the years of peace. Lefaya, on her more civilized days, Lefaya would drop into town for gossip and tool repairs, but on the whole she felt clear-headed amongst Wilder King. Kalia was approached by an old acquaintance who told her, the offer still stands. Querying voice clearly explained it was too much that happened since then and walked away without glancing back. Lefaya began having dreams of a branched-off life where she roams through the afterworld in the form of a grey cat. Each night the dreams would tell a bit more and Lefaya would disappointed when they finally stopped. Enjoyed talking about the older days. Ooh, we can transform. Okay, yes, let's transform Lefaya's leg into a wolf leg. So they're even faster. Okay, Wildermyth's transformation, you now get a fire right arm, which means you can now punch things with fire. Which means he loses our wand, but we can still interfuse, I believe. Okay, and here's some upgrading stuff. Let's go to... Well, you can't wield anything anymore, so we kind of need to upgrade your... we kind of need to upgrade your actual outfit. Let's upgrade it to your Heatherdrab. Lafia, flipping heck, that's an outfit and a half. Let's upgrade the... No, let's not spend the fire wand. You've got a mace. Let's give you a spear. And
yeah, that's all we're going to do. And then this will lead us on to our next chapter. There we go. And that is... we have 400 days to clear all the Gorgon sites. And for every site we clear, we get more stuff. But... that is where we're going to leave it, actually. Because I have some stuff to do as well today. But thank you all for joining. Thank you, Maria, for the raid. Thank you for looking through everything, because he didn't actually give me the notifications. Thank you for Emma for following. Thank you, Monocle Moose, for following. Thank you for everyone in the chat. Thank you everyone for being here. I love you all. Thank you. I'm probably streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Probably some more Wildermyth. Probably some Gordian Quest, which is another kind of tactical deck-based building RPG with less character growth and character developing. Not as much options based on this one, but it's more like deck building, tactical fighting. Might do some homebrew writing next week as well. But yeah, aside from that, lovely to see you all. Lovely to all have you here. I'm on the Twitters, if you know me. I don't know how to do an outro about this yet. You know, follow me on Twitter at Animorph and all social interwebs and all that stuff. Yeah. Lovely to see you all here. I don't know how to end streams. I'm learning. It's fine. But yeah, I am going to see if there is anyone I can raid. Which means I need to okay, that's fun. Hang on. I am a professional here. No, I'm not. I'm anything but professional, but that's fine. Stop talking to me. Hang on. Right. Let's go to... who can we raid? Who can we raid? Can we raid anybody? Who can we raid? Who's live? Who's live that I'm following? I don't know. No one else is live. I don't think. I can't see. Hang on. So let's find... Oh, that was earlier. Ah, they're probably gone. No, I'll do this next time because it's all going weird for me. Thank you all for being here. Lovely faces, and see you around again. Thank you. Bye.